possible to eliminate poverty through zakat, says PM. Nothing to get panicky about. Fuel, 2 more ships to arrive. Big queue of vehicles at the petrol pump. Trump vows to hit Iran hard. Those were the headlines. Good evening, viewers. I'm Nafisa Nawal with English Bulletin. It is possible to eliminate poverty through proper zakat management. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman made the remark at an iftar mahfil with Islamic clerics and orphans at State Guest House, Podda on Saturday. He said there will be poverty in next 10 to 15 years if zakat is implemented properly. There is adequate stock of petroleum, so there is nothing to get panicky. State Minister for Power and Energy Iqbal Hassan Mahmood Tuku made the remarks while talking to the journalists in front of Prime Minister's office on Saturday after a meeting with the Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. He said 2 more petroleum-laden ships are likely to arrive on Monday. He also said mobile courts will be operational from Sunday. The Middle East war has affected the petroleum stock of the country immensely. A long queue of vehicles in front of different fuel stations in the capital is the burning evidence of the worries about fuel crisis. Apprehending massive fuel crisis, the fuel stations are maintaining undeclared rationing in selling fuel. Such situation has added to the woes of vehicles and motorbikes owners who waiting for hours in front of different fuel stations to get the fuel. Although Bangladesh Petroleum Corporation is assuring that there will be no sudden crisis of fuel, the experts think the crisis will loom large if this Iran war continues. President Trump has vowed to hit Iran very hard today and says the US military is considering new targets in the country, while Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian said neighboring countries will no longer be targeted unless an attack against Iran originates from there. US-Israel joint assaults against Iran have triggered sustained retaliation from Tehran across the Gulf and beyond enters to 8th day. Iran destroys $300 million worth US missile defense system radar THAAD in Jordan. Bahrain International Airport declared temporary flight suspension due to airspace closure. Dubai airports announced partial resumption of flight operations. Meanwhile, President Pezeshkian declared Iran will never capitulate after US President Donald Trump demands unconditional surrender as Tehran continues to strike targets in Israel and Gulf region with drones and missiles. However, US State Department approved $151.8 million worth arms sale to Israel, including 12,000 BLU 110 bombs. As per constitutional norms, President will definitely address the first session of the Parliament. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Zahiruddin Shopon made the remark at the workshop of lawmakers at the BNP Chairman's Gulshan office on Saturday. Meanwhile, Home Minister and BNP Standing Committee member Salahuddin Ahmed said it is expected that new lawmakers will work to fulfill the aspirations of the people. The workshop began at 10 a.m. The topics of the workshop included enactment of law, budget discussion, works of the Parliamentary Standing Committee, supervision of development works by the lawmakers in own constituencies and many other topics. Army-backed 111 government arrested Tariq Rahman from his Shohid Moniul Road's residence without any warrant on this day of 2007. He suffered inhuman torture during his imprisonment. He was granted bail on September 3rd in 2008 as street movement for his release reached its peak. On the night of September 11, he was flown to UK. He could not return home over 15 years during the tenure of Army League government. After Sheikh Hasina's ouster in July, Revolution Tariq Rahman returned home last year. His party BNP registered thumping victory on February 12 polls and Tariq Rahman became the 11th Prime Minister of the country. Now a short break. We will be back soon with Cuba going to fall soon, Trump tells CNN. Injury makes Ronaldo's World Cup for Portugal uncertain. Welcome back to watching ATN News English Bulletin. Indiscriminate filing of cases should be stopped in boosting the confidence of the business people to increase investment and employment. Executive Director of Centre for Policy Dialogue, Dr. Fahmida Khatun, made the remark at an event of debate for democracy in the capital on Saturday. She said this is the time to give scope to them who want to make the economy lively. Bangladesh Bank is in an independent body and it should be kept above all controversies, she added. Addressing the same event, Chairman of Debate for Democracy Hassan Ahmed Chaudhry Kiran said ill clarification and propaganda are taking place about the Bangladesh Bank governor. Now news around the world. US President Donald Trump said Cuba is going to fall pretty soon. He made the remarks during a phone interview to CNN's Dana Bash, touting a US military success in his second term. Trump told CNN Cuba is going to fall. US is really focused on Cuba right now as it's ready after 50 years. While explaining that Iran is the current priority, Trump added of Cuba, US have been watching Cuba for 50 years and it's ready and fallen into US lap now. Cuba wants to make a deal so badly. Therefore, he is going to put Secretary of State Marco Rubio over there and we'll see how that works out. Former Kathmandu Mayor Balen Shah RSP continued to dominate the FTPT vote count and is heading for a landslide victory in Nepal's parliamentary polls. It has already won 36 seats and is leading in 83 other constituencies. Based on the ongoing proportional representation PR vote count nationwide, RSP is leading with 1,03,715 votes, which is 54.8% out of 1,89,514 total votes counted so far. Latest election commission tally showed Nepali Congress has secured 6 of 165 seats and is leading in 9 constituencies. CPN-UML has won 2 seats and is ahead in 9 constituencies. Nepali Communist Party has won 2 seats and leads in 8 constituencies. Other parties and independents together have won 1 seat and are leading in 6 constituencies. Viewers, we will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching English Bulletin, now sports news. Cristiano Ronaldo suffers his most serious injury yet and faces World Cup jeopardized with Portugal. Al Nassr coach Jorge Jesus said Ronaldo's injury turned out to be more serious than initially expected. The Portuguese forward suffered a hamstring injury during Al Nassr's match against Al Fahia, forcing him to begin a recovery process through specialized treatment that will now continue in Madrid. This injury 3 months before the World Cup has increased anxiety among fans. However, Coach Jesus said Cristiano's injury is more serious than they first thought. The forward has already travelled to Spain to continue treatment with a personal therapist. They hope he returns soon and can help the team. Before ending the bulletin, top stories once again. Possible to eliminate poverty through zakat, says PM. Nothing to get panicky about. Fuel, 2 more ships to arrive. Big queue of vehicles at the petrol pump. Trump vows to hit Iran hard. Cuba going to fall soon, Trump tells CNN. Injury makes Ronaldo's World Cup for Portugal uncertain. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us.